This right here is what sold me on this place. Once I saw the pictures of this area right here, I knew that we had to have it. On Wednesday night, we decided to move from our location in Noord-Brabant to a city that we had never previously been to here in Gelderland, Netherlands. By Friday afternoon, we were living in Gelderland. And I say living, we're only gonna be here for about a month, but a month is a pretty long time. And I paid rent for a month as if this were actually our place. That said, as far as I'm concerned, for the next 30 days, or I guess the next 26 days, give or take, this will be our apartment. And bearing that in mind, I want to give you a tour of my first apartment, our first apartment here in the Netherlands. That said, let's start off with the entry. So when you walk in, this is what you see right here. And to the left, you have your wc, your water closet, or I don't know exactly what wc stands for. I'm assuming it means water closet. Then you have a little window right there. But we have that, nothing too special there. You have your coat rack, because here in the Netherlands it is cold. And to the right you have the bedroom. So it's kind of interesting because I've never actually seen a bed set up like this, but basically there are two twin beds and they're just put together. So this is where we've been sleeping thus far. And honestly, the beds are really comfortable. The beds are really comfortable. The room itself is kind of cold because, as you can see right here, for whatever reason, the heating unit is just non-existent, but we like to sleep in the cold anyway, so it's fine. But you can see the room itself is not very big. It's actually like a hotel room. And really, this place is kind of like a hotel in many ways. And maybe once we leave, I can reveal the exact place that we're at, because I do think that it's a very nice place to be, especially if you like nature. But this is the bedroom. You can see we have a little closet right here. Nothing too crazy, nothing too spectacular. We have all of our clothes set up. We're basically situated. We're basically situated here. We spent the first couple of days literally just getting all of the essentials set up, getting toilet paper, paper towels, things of that nature. But you can see we have our suitcases. We're only going to be here for a month. At the end of March, we are going to be going to the US. So for all I know, this could be our last month in the Netherlands. I don't really know for sure, but I'm gonna go ahead and turn that light off because we don't want to waste their electricity. One cool thing about having an Airbnb is you don't have to pay for the utilities. So you don't have to pay for the electricity, you don't have to pay for the water, things of that nature. But at the same time, of course, you do want to play your role in terms of taking care of the environment and reversing climate change, or at least slowing climate change down. That said, let's go ahead and get through this tour so I don't waste any more electricity. So this right here is the bathroom. So you can see you have your sink, you have a heated towel rack. I wasn't expecting that. I was not expecting that by any means, but we have a heated towel rack. And then you can see right here, we have the shower. So I noticed here in the Netherlands, a lot of times the shower heads are adjustable like that. Back home, that was never the case in any house that I lived in. So that's really nice, especially since my girlfriend's short, so she likes to have the shower head low, I like to have it high, etc. But you can see, okay, we have a nice bathroom setup right here. Go ahead and turn that light off. But that's cool and all, but this right here is my favorite place. I don't know if you're ready to see it yet. Are you actually ready to see what's behind this door? Because this right here is what sold me on this place. Once I saw the pictures of this area right here, I knew that we had to have it. That said, this is the, I guess you could say, common area. So we're gonna start off with the kitchen. It's a pretty small kitchen, but it has all the space that we need. Truthfully, we prefer to have a smaller space in general because less space equals less cleaning. But you can see we have a 4-burner stove. This stove is actually kind of strange because basically the way it works is that when you turn the burner on, you can see nothing really comes out, but you can hear a little hissing sound. The hissing sound is gas, and what you have to do is you have to take one of these matches and you have to basically light the match and then put the match where the gas is coming out. And I don't know, it's a bit dangerous, I think, but so far nothing bad has happened with that. It can be a little bit annoying, but we're just grateful to have a stove because that means we can cook. And you might be wondering, well, where's the fridge? And this is what I was wondering as well when I was looking at the pictures. Boom! Here we have a full-blown fridge. I really like the hidden fridge. I think it looks very aesthetic. Keeps the kitchen looking very nice and clean. You can see we have some food that my girlfriend prepared last night. Dankjewel, Nadia, for cooking once again. But that fridge works very well for what we need it for. We also have a dishwasher, a hidden dishwasher. That's really nice. The place came with a toaster as well. And these things, I don't know what you call this, a kettle, I think. I've never used one of these, but you have the kettle, you have the coffee maker thing. You see my girlfriend made some tea. Also came with all of the utensils that you'll need, and came with a bit of Tupperware and pots, pans, basically most of the essentials. And then you can see right here we have a big bucket of water. The reason why is because the toilet actually stopped working the second day we were here. And because the reception center was closed for the weekend, we literally just had to improvise. So we did forced flushes where we poured buckets of water down the toilet. Actually worked surprisingly well. But we just got that fixed literally a few minutes ago, so no more of that. Could probably dump that out. But let's go ahead and turn this light off right here, save electricity. This is the dining area, breakfast area, whatever you want to call it. It's a nice little table. The seats are pretty comfortable. It also came with these little mats, I guess, to keep food off of the table. And there's a heating unit right there. You have some wall art. I like this thing. I don't know what you would call this, just the light fixture. It's pretty nice, in my opinion. And honestly, this right here is my favorite part of the whole entire place, is this big window, floor to ceiling window. I really, really like big windows, and I feel like a lot of homes in the Netherlands tend to have those. And the cool thing is that with this, you can basically slide the door open, which leads out to the back porch. Now, I don't know about you, but I have never in my life had an apartment or seen an apartment that had a back porch and a backyard like this. Just never seen it before until I came here. And for some reason, some dog pooped in our yard, but it's fine. We don't really use the yard anyways, but it's nice to have. And actually, the place that we're at has wildlife. So there are goats, chickens, pigs, etc. And this morning, we actually opened the curtains and saw a chicken just sitting in our backyard. So it's pretty cool just being out here in nature. You have a little table there as well. Maybe I'll film some videos there in the future. But really, really nice to have this big window and all the light it lets in, especially in the early afternoon. Now we have the living room. So we had this big, big couch, really comfortable couch. First night we were here, I'm not gonna lie, I was watching Netflix and I just completely passed out right here in this exact spot. And it was some of the best sleep I ever got in my entire life. This couch is super comfortable. And it kind of reminds me of the couch that I had in my apartment back home in Texas when I did have an apartment. So getting a little bit of a nostalgic vibe in that regard, but definitely a nice couch. And we have a fireplace. Honestly, I don't know how to use this kind of fireplace because the fireplace that my parents have, it's one of those where you literally just flick the switch and the fire comes out. I don't know how to use this. It seems like an old-fashioned one, but aesthetically, it looks really, really nice. And we also have the fire extinguisher, which is good to have, especially with that stove setup I was talking about. You never know what might happen. Right now, the living room is sort of in disarray because we moved everything around to set up our filming studio, because I film videos in here, my girlfriend films videos in here, which at the time of me filming this, she's actually closing in on 1,000 subscribers. So shout out to her. Okay, shout out to her for putting in the work, being on her grind. She's about to get monetized on YouTube. So Next Airbnb is on her. You heard it here first. But we have a TV right here. The TV doesn't have Netflix or anything like that. It's kind of just cable TV, so we're not really going to use that while we're here. Honestly, I don't really know too many people who watch TV at all in general, but still nice to have the option. Honestly, the wallpaper is kind of crazy in my opinion, but I don't know, at the same time, it just fits. It does fit. It's not out of place. I wouldn't necessarily pick that, but it's not out of place by any means. But we also have this nice rug, and honestly, the floors. I really like the floors in this place. I feel like the floors feel high quality, and especially with all of the light coming in, it helps keep the place looking very spacious. I feel like light colors plus natural light equals a lot of space. But we have this sort of, I don't know what you would call it, just this little sectional thing that divides the kitchen from the other spaces. This is a really nice place. This is a really, really nice place in my opinion. And to say that we have this place all to ourselves for the next, what, 26, 27 days, give or take? Basically for the rest of the month of March. I mean, I'm extremely grateful. If you're wondering how much it cost $1,300, which it may sound a little bit steep, but honestly for the Netherlands and for what we're getting, I don't think that's very bad at all for a whole month. Because when I was looking at other Airbnbs for a month, I mean, they were charging anywhere from 3,000 to 5,000, 7,000 even when you got closer to the bigger cities. So this is a very nice Airbnb. It's also in the middle of nowhere, which is a good thing because if we go back outside, you can see that there is a lot of nature. You have trees, you have more trees over there, basically a lot of forests. So best believe that moving forward, any video where I am outside is going to look very different than the previous videos where I was outside. A lot more of a peaceful vibe, and it's just a really nice place to be in general. I actually like Gelderland quite a bit, just based on my first impressions. Maybe part of that is because we just have our own place, and I'm biased toward anything that allows us to have our own place, but really, really nice place, really, really nice area, and I'm just grateful to be here. Do you have anything you want to say to the person watching this?
I'm grateful to be here too.